Hello everyone! Right, I hope that I can be heard. I very much hope so. In fact, I will do a quick check on my phone to make sure that I can be heard. Let me just check. Yes, I can be heard. Fantastic. Have to check on my own phone to make sure. Right. Welcome. I decided to live stream this one rather than just putting it straight onto what's it called? YouTube as a video, because I actually have some time available today, so it seemed like a good idea. But I've just realised I'm not fully ready. So, I'm going to talk to you about what we're going to do. We picked a job last episode. It's a bit noisy in the room right now. I apologise for that. But yes, picked a job last time, and that job is quite a long job. It's from Scandinavia where we are, and we are going all the way down to Austria. I am detouring though. I'm trying to hit as many cities as I possibly can at once. Now, the reason I say I'm not quite ready is because I'm actually going to have to stop the stream just for a moment, which is going to cause havoc with the game. But I'm going to stop the stream for a moment so that I can then do a simultaneous cast to Twitch. So, right, so now I should be back. For some reason, YouTube did not catch up, but he seems to be caught up now. So now I have the fun job of trying to get the game back open, because I've been having great issues with the game. Ah, there we go, working. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so, roof tiles, we're taking a really long route. We're going through here. I have added some stops, so we're going to collect Helsingborg, going to collect Malmo, then Gedser as well. Then I've taken a detour so that we pick up Rostock. We're going to pick up Leipzig as well. Then when we come down here, we're going to pick up Salzburg, and finally to our destination, which is Linz. And yeah, we may as well get started. So we'll let this all load itself up. There we go, right, I can get rid of that. I already picked up the job last time, so that makes things a little bit easier. Lights are on. But that's the wrong one. This one has its I need to press my button so that I can move my mouse around. Go. How heavy is this? The trucky is hidden today because of the obvious fact that I am streaming and I need to be able to see the screen. So it is 20 tons. I remember I took a big job. We do have plenty of room to go. Hello, cat. Hello, you beautiful little thing. The other one is the long pole. Right. Stop flicking around. We can start a super long job. We have got enough fuel to do most of this, but we are going to need a rest at some point in 10.5 hours. Yeah. I'm not sure how long the route is in total. I can see by clicking here 1933 and 30 hours, so yeah, we're going to need to take a rest. That's okay. I can rest. Right, just going to get ourselves out of these. So just start with all of the what's it called? Traffic lights. That's the name. might smash into the back of the truck. Don't start the stream by doing that. That would be bad. Come on. I do not like traffic. And I do not like traffic lights. I complain about this all the time. It's the bane of my existence. Now, I used to be able to stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, but unfortunately I can't do that anymore because I require an Ultra subscription. I probably could have set up OBS, because this is Slobs that I'm using, Streamlabs OBS. I could have set up OBS, I guess, to stream to Twitch at the exact same time. But I haven't. That's the simple answer. In the future I may do Twitch as well. I used to do a little bit of that. Oh, come on. Traffic is just so bad that you can't go anywhere. And what if I turned right? Oh, it'd be a really big detour if I turn right. Unless I turn right, go off the ramp, and go back down. I think I'm going to do that because this is crazy. There's nobody coming. Oh, parking brakes. I'm just going to try and do this without bumping into this guy. Very close. So this is not really much, but not so far. And from Salzburg to Linz is very close. No, I'm not using LIVESTREAM. I do have head tracking software, but I don't have it turned on. To be honest, I haven't really found a comfortable position to use the head tracking while I'm recording. When I'm not recording, I can really kind of lean back, but to when I'm not stick forward so that I'm closer to the microphone, maybe I don't need to. I do have, however, eye tracking software on friends actually doesn't require any fancy, doesn't require you to like tone the eye tracking. That just uses a webcam and some specific software to then look at your switch as well. I haven't tried it because my webcam is specifically designed for head tracking, so it's got a good light filter. That was a really long answer to what was quite a simple question. Good evening, Howie. Hope you're doing well, sir. What was I rambling on about? I don't actually remember what I was rambling on about, to be perfectly honest. It was something. Something about the week. Yeah. Yeah. I've had another busy week. Last week was painfully busy. This week was ridiculously busy. But it is now the weekend. The engine sound is drowning out my commentary. Ah, yes. Right. Thank you, Howie. That is something I did not consider. Right, Howie, how is that now? Yeah, thank you, Hersey. Howie just said the same thing. I completely forgot that when I normally record, I then alter the volume afterwards of the game sound. I drop it right down. But because I'm not recording, I haven't altered any settings. It's a bit stupid of me. So the first, 15 minutes of this, I've been barely audible. Fantastic. Thank you, though, for reminding me. I would have carried on the whole time if you hadn't told me. Right, we are coming off here towards Lincoping and Yoncoping. Get that cruise control off. Trying to use the retarder a little bit. Save my brakes. I didn't look. That was bad of me. But anyway, come on, truck. Come on. Come on, little truck. Stick in 7th. There we go. Right. That is why I like having sequential mapped. Although I'm completely forgetting what all of my keys are. Trying to play with the suspension the other day, I had to go into the settings afterwards to try and find out what my keybind was. I really, really have to set up sim dashboard on my tablet. It would make my life so much easier. But I always forget to do it. So, what have you guys been up to this week then? I know part of what Howie's been doing. But Hersey, I'm not sure, maybe you've changed your name and you've been in the stream before, but I haven't, I don't recognise your name, I am afraid. Do you use a controller or wheel? Yes, I've got a G29, I think. Yes, this is a G29. So I've got a G29 with pedals. I've also got a shifter, but I haven't set up the shifter on here because I need a splitter to be able to use it properly. So I use a wheel. Since I started using a wheel, I have tried using a controller once, and it was okay. It was when I moved my office from upstairs to downstairs. I had the wheel packed away for a little while, so I was using a controller. That was okay. I have also tried using the keyboard, the WASD. That was awful, like really awful. I just couldn't do it. I really didn't like it. Like trying to do a smooth curve here with just the keyboard, very difficult. With the wheel, amazing. Controller works very well for that as well. Yeah, Sim Dashboard it's one of those things. I got it set up a while ago for what did I set it up for? I set it up for Elite Dangerous, actually. I used to have another tool which was called Rocket something. It was made by the guys who make the Rocket mouses. It was a software called Rocket something, and I could basically have it on my phone at the exact same time. Ooh. So I could control from my phone, which I can technically do with the Sim Dashboard as well. You map the splitter to an unused button. Oh, well, the problem I've got, Howie, is that I've got no unused buttons. There is probably one button on here that I don't use that often that I could change, which is the what's it called? The diff lock. I never use the diff lock button, so I could technically change that. But everything else is being used, so much so that my joystick I use for flight sim is also mapped everywhere with controls. So Sim Dashboard is kind of a must. But if I can move some of my functions into Sim Dashboard, like trailer detach and stuff like that, then I would be able to map the splitter to the keyboard better, to the controller better. Hersey bought a bunch of wood and built an entire cockpit. Okay, now I'm interested, and I've got to make this turn while I'm trying to read. Triple monitors, etc. It's amazing. Well, it sounds pretty cool. Soldered a bunch of real truck switches so I can connect them to my computer, and I use two 8-inch iPads as my dashboard and nav. Okay, that is incredible. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry, buddy. I did not see you. He was in the blind spot. Whoops. If you don't include the drills, PCs, etc., it's pretty cheap. So Howie has seen this because he's in my Discord and I'm in his. I kind of built my office. It was a workshop in the basement, and I wanted to use it as my office because in the summer my old one was just way too hot. Quite often during the summer I would have to just not record because it was unbearably hot in there. So I've moved downstairs where it's always much cooler. So it's a little bit chilly in the winter, but with the computer running it's not so bad. And in the summer it's going to be much cooler down here. But yeah, that was the same thing. I bought a load of wood. I ended up having to go back to the shop multiple times to get more wood, and I've built I put paneling up on the wall, like plasterboard paneling with some accent trim. Built some skirting boards and some shelves, and I am now very happy with it. But building a cockpit, that would be the dream. Especially, yeah, as Howie said, triple monitors. I would love triple monitors. I've got dual monitor, and it's not really set up very well, actually, thinking about it. But I've got dual monitor, and it is one monitor for the game that I'm playing, whatever game it is, and then another monitor for whatever I'm doing. So like at the moment, YouTube is open on there so that I can keep an eye on the stream, see the chat messages. But if I'm recording, I've got OBS open on it, or if I'm just playing games, sometimes I've got Netflix open or whatever, when I do flight sim charts. So I only ever use one, but I would really like 3. The problem I have is I have discussed this with my wife. If we were to ever win the lottery, or even if we just bought our own house and I could somehow afford it, I wouldn't be happy if I had a cockpit for flight sim, for example. I would want a cockpit for flight sim, ETS, and FS, and I would want 3 different setups for it, 3 different computers all linked together. But for that I need a lot more room and money. But honestly, your setup sounds awesome. If you're in the Discord, please send a picture so I can have a look at it. I can have a look on my phone while I'm driving, because that does sound really nice. And oh yeah, how he's saying he's got sim dashboard and a tablet for ATS and FS. Ah yeah, because you don't do ETS2, do you, Howie? Yeah. Yeah, I don't need it for flight sim because everything in flight sim I do with the mouse and the peripherals that I have. But for ETS2 and FS, I think it would be yeah, I think ETS2 is definitely one where I'm really running out of switches. Even FS, there's quite a lot of things that maybe I'd like to map, especially with all the mods I've got for GPS and stuff like that. It'd be really useful to have some stuff for that. Your dad helped you, we're both a bit of beginners in building. No, it's good. It's nice to it's nice to try that kind of thing. I mean, the work I've done in the workshop is not perfect, Howie will tell you, because I showed pictures of some of the mistakes I made. But it's not my house, it's a rented house. It's the first time I've done it. It looks much better than it was, so it's okay. I'm happy enough with it, but I know that when I do it next time, there were some mistakes that I made that I would definitely fix. So it's all about trying and sometimes failing, sometimes succeeding, but you know, you do it, you learn, and next time you do it, it's maybe better. Flight sim's more expensive than ETS2. Oh yeah, yeah. To build a home cockpit, a friend of mine sent me one recently just to tempt me. It was 50% discount. Someone wanted to get rid of it because they were moving house, and it was 40,000 euros. And I wish I could, but I can't. I can't. Oh, the Discord link is expired. That's odd. I didn't know that. I maybe have to put a new Discord link up then. Howie, if you have a Discord link, could you be a lovely friend and please share it? I'm going to wait for you. No, you're turning out. Okay. Oh, don't hit them. Don't hit them. Almost hit the trailer, the signs. You've got over 80 hours on ETS2, I assume you mean. Yeah, I don't know how many hours I've got. I'd have to check Steam to see what it says I'm on. But it's quite a lot. Bearing in mind, this is episode 47, and each episode has involved about 30 to 45 minutes of recording time in them. So, yeah, we're looking at about 30 hours just from this series. Yeah, I didn't think you played ETS2 much, Howie. And yes, you're right, Hersey, that Cockpit was super expensive, but bear in mind that was on discount. That was 50% of the normal price. But people normally build them themselves. They don't buy pre-made, which is what this was. It was a pre-made one that was being sold. If you build it yourself, it's probably going to cost more and less. Less because you can custom make a lot of the parts. You might be able to get like a friend with a 3D printer to help. More because you're probably going to end up buying things more than once because you break them. A link to my Discord, yes. I don't know if you can make a link on there. If you can't, don't worry, I will do it. But if you can, then yeah, just ping one, please. Because for some reason, I don't know why, but my stream bot is not posting. He doesn't seem to be in here at all. I did check before the stream. I checked earlier about 7:30 my time. I was getting things set up, making sure the bots were all alive because I haven't streamed in ages. And I checked and the bot said he was alive. So I don't know why he's not doing anything. Could be that I haven't added him as a moderator. That is a distinct possibility. Let me just think. Let me think. I know what I can do. So this is just base game. I do have an account, well, it's like a profile with, it's because I'm driving one-handed. I do have a profile with Pro Mods. The only problem I have with Pro Mods is I don't have all the DLC at the moment. It's normally I have all the DLC, but at the moment I don't. And that means that I can't use Pro Mods right now, but even when I can, I find Pro Mods updates just far too often. And when it updates, one-handed driving again. When it updates, it then forces me to get a brand new version of Pro Mods. And then I have to spend time doing that. It's just a bit of a pain, to be perfectly honest. Right, I want what? I want to copy a link. There we go. And now, if I go into YouTube, oh my goodness. I do thoroughly enjoy Pro Mods, but it's just the fact that it's a constant update required. Whoa, swerving. This is now getting a little bit ridiculous. Oh, thank you. YouTube has just decided it wants to open. So let me log in to my own account. Oh, Stream Elements is alive. Here's he going to grab some tea. You'll be back, no problem at all. I am going to try and get this truck back up to speed. I'm going to stop driving one-handed as well at one point. And I'm going to post a link. So, Halden Boy, thank you very much for subscribing. It is greatly appreciated. And there is a link to Discord that should be working. And now I can go back to driving with two hands and not causing danger. Whew, that was a lot of one-handedness there. Alright, so we are almost at Helsingborg, which is the first stop on this crazy long journey. Yeah, don't worry, Harry. I'll have to check later if I can do it on yours, just so I know in future if it's possible. It's probably a setting in the server, like a setting that allows other people to invite others. But I didn't even realise that the Discord link had expired. I think it's because they annoyingly have that 7-day expiration. I need to see if I can get a link that doesn't expire after 7 days. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that, exactly. Get a link that doesn't expire. Because it's not much use it being on every single video and then expiring. Right, now this is looking a bit hairy. I'm going to turn the cruise control off. We seem to be getting very close to that bus, and I don't trust him. If this was real life, I'd be backing off a little just to give him some more space. Although if this was real life, any modern car would also be flashing that alert saying that you're too close to him. Right, 39 kilometers, and then we're almost there. I don't know if we actually have to come off for this discovery. Or if we're just able to drive straight through. I'm really not sure. Hello, I'm going to pronounce this, and I'm sure I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Amin? Is that correct? But yes, hello. Clean driving. Which point did you join at? Because I was one-handed driving for a while, so it was definitely not clean at that point. Now it's a little bit better, apart from that maneuver. Come on, rocket truck. There we go. This truck is going to need an upgrade soon. I also have not changed the skins, despite saying that I would. Where is Joel? I thought he would be here, to be honest. Oh no, have they still got their power outages? Because I guess if they have, that's possibly why he's not going to be here. Woohoo! Helsingborg discovered. Aye. Right. There we go. Sit comfortably and wait at the traffic lights. Oh, I hate traffic lights. Black tea with milk and honey. Interesting. I currently have green tea. I made myself one before we started. I would normally have a rhubarb schorle or You live 5 minutes away from Helsingborg. Okay, yes, that's where we are. We're taking this ridiculously long route is actually substantially longer because I wanted to discover some cities along the way. So we're going to Helsingborg and Malmo. They're two of the cities I have not discovered yet. So purposely detouring to hit them. Yeah, I'd normally drink rhubarberschorle or a beer, but unfortunately I am actually on call tonight, and I ran out of rhubarberschorle and forgot to go to the shop. So instead it's tea. Ooh, calm down. Which reminds me, I need to look at my phone, my work phone, to make sure nobody's calling me. They're not, that's good. Yep, everything is calm. Whenever I record, I always put my phones in a place where I can see them if they light up. But they're on silent. But sometimes I don't notice that they're actually lighting up, which can be a problem. I do miss driving with ProMods, I have to say, because I haven't actually done any trucking on my own profile for a while, and the reason for that is mainly because I didn't want to accidentally discover too much, because the Steam achievement is obviously across all save games. Finally, you're in the Discord. Nice, welcome. Yeah, send a picture of your cockpit setup if you can, and I'll have a look at it. We'll go back to doing some terrible one-handed driving so I can have a look. Vallejo Truck Expert Team. I do not know. Automotive, technology, naturally. Nice. So my plan with the trailer, you guys can tell me what you think, is... The truck, I haven't decided yet, but the trailer, I think I want it to be a bit cleaner. Partly because that writing is a bit difficult, I think. And as I've now found out, that Discord link doesn't even work. So I think I do like the bit on top. I think that's quite cool. But I was thinking of stealing a friend's idea. He's got basically a black truck and a black trailer. And his trailer has just got his logo on it. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I was thinking of doing something the same, using the black trailer with my black and white logo rather than my red logo. That was what I was thinking, but I'm not sure about it. It should also be within the limits of my poor capabilities to actually make that, because I'm not particularly skilled with graphic design. Right, off here. So next is Malmo, which is only 30 kilometers, so we'll get Malmo quite quickly. I didn't notice a Steam achievement pop up, but it should have done. I don't remember how many we've got left. And I think I've got a message on Discord saying that Hersey has joined. Welcome to the Discord, Hersey. Right, don't want to hit any blind spots this time. What do you mean, you're tired already? Oh wow, have we already driven for 10 hours? Okay. Let's have a quick look. So Malmo's in 30 minutes, which means we could just go here and have a little rest, because we're going to need to sleep. We may as well do it there, I think. Joel's in bed, you could call him. He's in bed at this time. It's only 10:15. For him, I mean. He's still an hour ahead at the moment, isn't he? Until Sunday. And then he's back in time with me. Back in line with me, is what I probably should say. I did that just to let you out, to be nice. But now I'm going to have to... No, now I'm going to have to tuck in. Multiplayer, you mean on ETS? No. I've never done it. My biggest reason not to is because whenever I've seen videos of other people doing it, it just looks like pure chaos. Especially the Calais route, but I would avoid that anyway. But it always just looks like chaos, like people are just smashing into each other constantly. But maybe that's just the particular videos that I've seen. What about you? Do you do Truckers MP or something like that, Hersey? When the power goes off, he goes to bed. I see. Right. We are about to discover Malmo as well. There we go. Right, so I've now got 24 out of 27. So we've got 3 left, and one of them I should get soon, because that's Gedser. Why are you stopped here? Okay, you're turning, that's why. Talking about Truckers MP, you meant convoys. So I have done some convoys, but they have always been in ATS, and they've been with Howie and our friend Joel, who is currently sleeping, and BB. And it's always good fun. But yeah, it's always ATS we do it in, and we do it semi-seriously until we get to a particular point where we start getting silly and just ramming each other. And Howie hates it. Oh no, it's this bit here. I pronounced it right. Good. I'm very pleased that I did not make a horrible mess of pronouncing that name. Your connection is bad. Don't worry about it. All good. This will be available later on YouTube as an actual video, so you'll be able to re-watch it then. If your connection is too bad to follow, don't worry. Right, we want to come off, not at this one, no, this one. It's all Joel's fault. Yeah. It's we always do it semi-seriously until that one point where we decide to just not bother anymore, and that's when it all goes Pete Tong. I'm not turning here, no, I'm turning at the next one. This one here, right. Whoa. It's flying a little bit there. So down here there's a discoverable, and there's a garage. And the garage is what I need, because then I can park up and have a little sleep. So recruitment agency, I'm guessing, yes. And we'll just pull into this garage. Magic. Now, often I take the trailer off, but after the faffing around last time with the suspension, I'm not going to do that this time. Instead, I'm just going to pull in. Right, so parking brake on, lights off, engine off, and sleep. Okay, so we've got some income from the drivers. Very good. It's always Carla. What was the other one doing? I know she's on. Oh, she's on long jobs. Look at that, 16,000 she's just earned. That's incredible. Oh no, your Wi-Fi went out. It went out when I drove past. It must have been my fault. Right. Get you into reverse. 16k. I do like a good 16k. Let's get this guy. Your Wi-Fi went out, so you didn't hear my answer. Okay. I do. No, so I do convoys now and again. Joel would say I don't do them because I'm never available when he wants me to be. But I do convoys with Howie and Joel and our friend BB, and Anthony joins as well sometimes. There's a couple of us, but it's always in ATS rather than ETS2. And it's usually just a lot of messing around. We do a delivery or two and then we just go crazy and drive into each other. But it is good fun. I haven't done one on ETS2. I have said about doing a convoy as a video, but I have never got round to doing it. I think if I tell Joel I'm doing a convoy as a video, he'll get super excited. So, did you hear that, Hersey? Or did that also cut out? Because if it cut out again, I will type the message for you. We'll go back to one-handed driving. No, I am not in the UK. I am in Germany. I'm in northern Germany. But I am from the UK originally. Right, back onto the motorway. So we have got how much fuel? 830 kilometers of fuel, 280 kilometers to go until we reach, that should be Gedser, the next one. Ah, there's a toll. So the time difference between us, if you're in Sweden, is 0. It's the same time for me as you. Well, that was me gurgling my words. So, no headlights, which means we're good. Which one of these is the fast lane? This one? I think it's this one. Oh, we're speeding. Oh no, it's not that one. That one's closed. Right. I would like to go all the way across to that one, but I don't want to cut across all of them. Ah, okay. Now you're in Portugal. Okay, understood. I thought you still lived there. Right, 172. We can afford that thanks to our fantastic drivers earning us so much money. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, truck. You actually need to pull into my lane. Okay. Oh, it's a bridge. He really pulled into my lane there. It's a bridge I've already been over, though. So now you're in Portugal. Whereabouts in Portugal are you? My knowledge of Portugal is quite poor. I know the south, and that's it. Moved from Sweden due to very high increases in crime rate. You're not the first person to say that to me. I have a friend who I know through Flight Sim, and he has said the same thing to me. But he's Norwegian, but he lived in Sweden for many years, and he ended up moving back to Norway because of the crime. So he said that I have heard the same thing. Yes, yes, yes. Carla went back empty. In a city called Laria. Okay. Is that north or south? I pretty much just know the Algarve, actually. And Lisbon. Which I have to say, I'm not a big fan of Lisbon. It was okay, but I don't like big cities anyway. Big capital cities especially. Madrid, oh, I hate Madrid. I don't like being there. I find it way too crowded. And for me, being in a big city when it's hot is even worse. And of course, Madrid is hot quite often. Sorry, I'm going out in front of you. I'm guessing we're going to have another toll at some point, but I don't know when. And can I now move across? Yeah. It's a bit in the middle. 1 hour and 30 minutes north of Lisbon and 2 hours south of Porto. Right, okay. Ah, yeah, I know where Porto is. I have not done... We did drive to Portugal in this series. We went to Spain and I did a job. I think the job was actually to Porto because it was right up north, but I don't remember. Yeah, I forgot that we went to Portugal. Yeah, we've been in Scandinavia for so long now that I forget everything else that was done before Scandinavia. Just going to straddle 2 lanes like you do. There is a pictures channel in the JF farming area. You can stick it in there and I'll take a look. Thank you, Hersey. Right, come on, truck. Up to speed. I have no idea how long we've got left of the total job. Partly because of the train, I was going to say. There's no train. Partly because of the ferry. The ferry screws up the times a little bit. It means you can't really tell how much you've got left in driving distance. But what I do know is I've got 32 hours left on the job, 9.5 hours left of driving time before I have to sleep. But the ferry should reset the driving time. Should. Right, bit of tea. Ah, lovely. Okay. Yes. I think so. I think so. Give me 1 second. I will have a look. We're back to one-handed driving again, so I can look. No, there's one at the bottom called Pix Memes. You can post in that one. I will try. Whoa. I will try and type. There we go. I managed to put a message to tag you. That will show you the delay between me saying things and me doing things. I think it's about 20 seconds between me saying something and it coming up on the stream. A pot of cold coffee you didn't get to in the morning. Well, don't waste it, Howie. Reheat it. If I don't think I'm going to get to my coffee straight away, I sometimes just put it in a thermos until later, just so I don't have to waste energy reheating it for no reason. But it doesn't happen that often. I drink coffee very quickly. Retarder is on maximum. Get that retarder back off because we're now up at the top. And is everyone all coming? Nope. Right. Let me trundle along at a slow speed so I can have a look at this picture. That looks very cool. I'm impressed by that. Do you have a wider picture of the setup? Like a bit further back from it? I'd be interested to see the sort of the overall setup, if you have a picture of that. You've ordered more switches and they're going to arrive soon. Okay. I found a button box ages ago, and I wanted it, so I kept the Google tab tab, Google, words, yeah, like a Google Chrome tab on my phone open with the button box for ages, so that I would get back to buying it. And eventually I realized that if I bought it, I would just have nowhere to put it. So I've run out of USB slots on my PC completely. So as much as I would like to get a big button box, I can't. Plus they were super expensive. The one I was looking at was well made. I think it was almost €100. It's really, really dear. Good plan, Howie, I agree. Right, in here we go, 2 Polaris lines. So, personally bought an Ember mug, which is amazing. I can put tea in the morning, put the temperature in the app to 55 degrees, and 8 hours later. Ah, okay, that's quite cool. I've seen these, but I've never tried one. Nice to know it works well. Right, so let's get up onto the ferry. Then I can read my WhatsApp. I only have pictures at a time when you had 2 monitors. Yeah? Sure. I have a WhatsApp message from my wife. In fact, why don't I get the ferry going rather than trying to message? I can do the ferry and then message. Right, so Gedser across to Rostock. Let's go. Okay, so you're going to send new pictures, which means I should probably just keep Discord open. Oh, it's raining. Blech. Rain, rain, rain. Okay. Let's get moving. So, 43 kilometers and we will discover Rostock. And then we will be continuing. So we are now in the lovely Bundesland of Germany. That was a weird mix of languages I said there. Don't know why I said Bundesland of Germany. Probably should have said Bundesland of Deutschland. Nicholas H. When are you using Pro Mods? I don't tend to use it for this series because if I do, the loading time is massive. There's also a problem with some trailers that I'm using. Those trailers don't work on Pro Mods, which is quite annoying. Ooh, this is weird. What on earth is this? This is all brand new. This was not here before. To start security checkpoint, stop. Okay. Security check in progress. This is new. I've not seen this. Yeah, so I don't use Pro Mods often because of the issues with trailers. I do really enjoy using Pro Mods, but I also have a slight issue, which is it's not so good for recording sometimes because of the fact that when there's a game update, I have to roll the game backwards because otherwise I have to go and get a new Pro Mods thing. And sometimes I just want to get started with recording. I've got a couple of hours free. I want to do some recording, and oh look, ETS2 is updated. That means I need Pro Mods update. And then I end up just being stuck in a circle of updating before recording, and all of a sudden the time that I had to record has been eaten up by updating Pro Mods. So I tend to avoid using Pro Mods just for that reason. I also don't have the DLCs at the moment that are required. I don't have the new Balkans one, and I think that's required. And there was another one as well, but I don't remember it. But welcome to the stream, Nicholas, and thank you for the question. We did actually discuss it a little bit earlier, probably before you joined, because I was also asked by Hersey about whether I use Pro Mods. I do really enjoy it. I really like having Pro Mods with the extra details it adds and things, but I did think of using it for the next series. When I finish this one, I think I'll use it then. Right. Howie's got his coffee. Very good. And when you record, do you need a lot of editing? To be honest, whoa, it's wet, so slamming brakes is not a good idea. No, is the simple answer. If I do a video where I don't do any time-lapsing at all, and I don't have to cut anything out, I normally just trim the start, trim the end, and tweak the volume, and that's it. Very, very simple. If I'm doing time lapses, also not very difficult. The more complicated thing is Farming Simulator. Because in Farming Simulator there's a lot of jump cuts, there's a lot of time lapses, and it all adds up very quickly. Right. Is there anyone on the side of me? I can barely see. I think I'm clear. But I can, yeah. It's quite difficult to see. Let's put those high beams on. My advice for recording is well, it's not really advice, it's just something I've learnt. You will not like your own voice on there at all. I hate listening to my own videos, but I have to sometimes. I've discovered a video recently where my wife walked into the room while I was recording, and I thought I'd trimmed everything out of the video, but I hadn't, so it was me telling her off for coming in. But yeah, I do listen back to my videos sometimes, and I don't like my own voice. You possibly won't as well. But also, when I look at my first videos, they were absolutely awful. The editing was terrible, the music was terrible because I was using free music that just wasn't that great. The recording was all over the place. My commentary was mainly nonsensical, and yeah. My videos are, let's say, not production studio quality at all. There's still things that I do all the time, but I've now got to the point where actually some of them, like my rambling, where I just go blah, 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 because I forget what I'm talking about, some of those I actually just leave in, because I think, yeah, you know what, that's me. That's my kind of weird, oh no, actually I want to be in there. Oh no, no I don't. I don't know what I'm doing here. See, that's the kind of thing. You can cut those mistakes out, or you can leave them in because they're funny and they show that you're just a real human. Yeah, as Howie said, best thing to do is just try it. Don't be worried about your voice. Yeah, I don't like listening to myself, but at the end of the day, I could do videos that don't require commentary. That's the other thing. There are lots of YouTubers, Chainsaw 100, his videos are really, really cool. I really enjoy watching them, but they're all time-lapse, so there's no talking at all. It just means, though, that he has to do a lot more work for each episode. Yay, Rushdog is discovered. He has to do more work for each episode, because if he's putting out a 20-minute time-lapse video, and when I watch them, his videos seem to be running at about times 300 or 400. So that means a 20-minute episode is then 1 hour to 1 hour and 20 of recording, because it's obviously times 3 or 4. So you can also do that, and time-lapse videos are quite nice. I have done one once before because I made a massive mistake with audio, so I had to do it as a time-lapse video. Okay, I'm just looking at your picture now. I am super jealous. Have you got a tablet on top of your monitor that is constantly showing the job? That is wicked. Oh, I'm going to be asking you many questions about how you did that, because I could technically do that. I have. Oops, I switched the engine off when I was meant to switch the parking brake off. I actually have a spare phone lying around somewhere. Normally my phones get given to people, but I do have a spare one, and I could use it like that. That is really cool. So yes, I will definitely be asking you many, many questions, I think. Yeah, so for voice, just kind of accept it. I can't remember who I was talking to about this. I think it may have been Howie and Joel in Discord, or it may have been at work, I don't remember. But I even ended up Googling it, why my voice sounds so different to me compared to on the recording. And it's a real thing. Your voice sounds deeper to yourself. I know as well that I've got a bit of a lisp. It's not a massive lisp, but I know that I have one. But I also noticed when I started recording just how strong it is. It's much stronger than I ever realised. So you'll find these kind of weird things out, but you just have to accept it. I don't think anybody truly likes what they sound like in a video. That speed camera is going to really bother me. Now, I'm not happy with the actual picture we have for the thumbnail, so I do need a new one. And I think this one might be the one. I wanted to get the traffic light out of it. Actually, I think I'm going to have to leave the traffic light in. There we go. Come on, back to it. Yeah. Just try it. If you've got any questions about software, you can just ask in the Discord. There's a few people in there who do videos. Howie makes videos. Obviously I do as well. So we can give you some advice about software if you have any questions. It's because you're also hearing yourself from inside your head. Yeah, exactly. Because hearing is all vibration. And when it vibrates through your head, it vibrates at a different frequency to the outside air. Which is more horrifying when you start recording or just listening to yourself in general on a recording ever. Because you realise, oh my god, is that what I sound like to everyone else? It's a bit of a weird feeling. Ah, I didn't put the parking brake on, so now I'm turning it off, but actually turning it on. I'm being clumsy. Alley. We've still got plenty of time left on this job. Can't afford to be delayed with silly stuff like putting parking brakes on when I don't need them. Right, I'm going to want to be in the left lane up ahead, so I may as well move in now. This weather is miserable. Oh, crumbs. I thought I was going to smash into him then. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh. It was not a late night for me last night, and it was not a particularly early start. No earlier than usual. Yet, I am yawning like I have been struggling to sleep. To listen to yourself on a recording, it sounds just like one of my uncles who's not much older than you. So does that mean your voice sounds deeper on recording then, Howie? Because my voice sounds more high-pitched in recording. Or when I listen back to the recording, I mean. It's deeper in my own head. Which I thought was always the case, actually. but maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering what I read. We're turning right here, so we've got to be this side of the line. Okay, then we're turning left here. Got it. Got it. And the rain has stopped. Fan-dabby doozy. Come on. Softer with a different tone. Okay. Your voice is quite deep anyway. Oh, one thing I've downloaded recently, I want to see if I can find one for ETS, because the one I found for FS is incredible. It was a skybox that was recommended by the Farm Sim guy, and it changes the lighting completely in FS22, and it's absolutely stunning. It makes... when I first put it on, I couldn't believe... Pardon me, I couldn't believe the difference between the standard base game and what the mod had done. It was just a million miles apart. So now I really want to find one for ETS2. So if anybody knows any Skybox mods, please let me know. I will of course have a look as well. The weather system that I'm using, the spring, summer, winter, all of that stuff. Whoops. Oh, I'm yawning again. It's not even my character. Yeah, so all of those things, they do have a skybox as well, but they're more for the ground. This is an overall, the one for FS is an overall lighting mod, and it's really beautiful. I added a bunch more realism type mods to the game, and my life has now become very difficult with all the realism I've added. In here, I don't know. I don't really know if ETS2, I don't really know if it's that unrealistic already. I'm not sure. How is ATS? Is that sort of semi-realistic in the way it does things? I know one thing that's in here that isn't completely correct is there are certain rules in countries that just can't be enforced, as well as like speeding fines. Technically you can't keep collecting speeding fines. At some point you're going to get banned, but that's not something that's really been simulated in the game, probably because why would you want banning simulator? Well, it could be an option to just turn it off. But yes, there's certain rules, like in Germany, trucks are not allowed to drive on a Sunday unless they are carrying particular goods, so classed as urgent goods. If it's non-urgent, like general deliveries, they're not allowed on the road. It's to try and ease congestion and the other one, emissions, 1 day a week. The trouble is everybody seems to be carrying urgent stuff, because whenever I'm driving anywhere on a Sunday, the motorway is packed full of trucks, so it's not really working. Oh, ay, ay, ay. I still haven't updated this to actually have a navigation panel in the truck. Or is that already? Ooh, is that? I don't know. There's separate controls to make the navigation panel work. Dapog Lord, welcome. I'm very good, thank you. And yourself, how are you doing? It's not being enforced. What's not being enforced, Howie? You mean the driving on Sunday in Germany? Definitely not. Nobody's checking that. Ah, okay, so it's a rerun. A rerun? What? There's no rerun. What's going on? I'm very confused now. Ah, yeah. So, Howie, it's not. If it is enforced, then I don't know who's enforcing it because I never see anyone. Busy. Yeah. Busy is usually my life as well. Saw me on Elite's member channel. Really? I didn't know my things were still being published on Elite's channel. I'm now back to one-handed driving again, so I can check. Whoa. Oh yeah. Okay. I did not know that Elite still had me set up. That's very nice of him. I need to, well, I still publish his stuff as well, but I need to definitely say thank you to him for that. You're a moderator over there as well. Yeah, I think I'm a moderator at Elites as well, but I just never get a chance to pop in there. I'm not very good with Discord, to be honest. I often forget to actually check it for days on end. I have been doing, well, I see problems. Ah! Oh. Okay. Drama over. So this series has been going on for, I don't know, a few months now, and we've been traveling all over Europe, and we made it up into Scandinavia, where I was attempting to collect all 27 cities so I could get the Steam achievement. But I decided I wanted to do a stream tonight, and that meant picking a long job, so heading from... Where are we heading from? I don't remember the name. I really don't remember the name of where we're coming from. But we're coming from somewhere in Sweden, heading down. We've crossed over into Germany, into Rostock. Now we're heading in the direction of Berlin, down to Munich and Leipzig. Then we will be crossing over into Austria. Final delivery location is Linz. Part of your routine: wake up, do Duolingo, then go on Discord. Oh, what language are you learning? I normally wake up and check Discord messages, but it's always while I'm, getting ready for work, so I don't actually respond most of the time. I'm a moderator in a couple of different servers, so I usually have messages on multiple servers, and the first thing I do is check to see if there's any moderation issues, and then I crack on with getting to work. And then when I'm at work, I think, oh, I'll go on Discord, and something happens and I don't get time. That's my typical life. Howie can tell you I often disappear for days on end. You're not going to let me in, really? Thank you so much. Have a guess. French. It can't be English because your English here is fluent. So I'm going to say French. Or maybe it's something really obscure. What obscure languages do they have on Duolingo? Mandarin? It's not obscure. It's technically the most spoken language in the world, I think, now. by population. Always on Do Not Disturb. I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb when I go to sleep, because otherwise I would probably be murdered by my wife for the number of messages. Non. Non, c'est pas français. So it's not French. Okay. Oh no, this wasn't the term we were meant to take. Ah. You're from West Midlands, so I'd hope so. 9. So no, it's not German then. Or is it German? How far do we have to go to get to this turn-off? Oh, and I'm really speeding now. So it's not French, it's not German. Espanol? American. There we go. It must be American, because that's not English. This is now a test to see if Howie's still in the stream, because he'll instantly respond if he hears me say that, I'm sure. Right. I'm going to risk the speeding ticket. Well, I would, but the DB truck doesn't want to move. Tagalog. Tagalog? What on earth is Tagalog? You're going to let me keep guessing. Okay, so it's not Espanol. It's not German. It's not French. Let's rattle off some languages. The thing is, I don't actually know... Whoa. Don't actually know what languages Duolingo offers. So... Swahili, Afrikaans, Dutch, Swedish, Mandarin, Japanese, Filipino, okay. What else is there? What other languages? God, we came all the way up to Magdeburg. That was a really big detour just because I couldn't follow a GPS. Thai. Australian's not a language, despite me mocking them. Farsi. Farsi, yeah, that's a good guess. Arabic? Only 25 of the population. Hold on, I'm going to crash if I try reading that. Only 25 of the population speak the language in the country. Ooh. Ooh. Well, not very many people speak Welsh, but it's more than 25 people. It's probably more than 25 people who speak Scottish, although I can't remember the name of Scottish. It's not Gaelic for Scottish, it's something else. Oh, 25%. Ah, Welsh then, I'd say. Welsh or Scottish. Irish, I think quite a lot of them speak Gaelic. Scottish, oh, what is the name of it? It's not Gaelic, I don't think. It's something else. But yeah, if it's 25%, I'd guess Welsh then. Well, I'd be surprised if it's actually 25% speak Welsh. Right, get back to where we're going. because of the time lag between the comments and me speaking, I'm now really, really desperate to know what the answer to this is. But I have to wait for the Poglord to hear what I've said and then type back the answer. But I'm waiting here with bated breath, to be honest. Ah, Welsh, okay. Okay. Yeah, is there a particular reason for learning Welsh? Because it's a dead language. And I say that as a Welsh person who purposely decided not to learn Welsh because there's no point in it. So instead, I went to an English school and I learnt to speak French and I learned to speak German. Neither of them very well. And yeah, I let Welsh die. But I can still speak with a Welsh accent whenever I want. Well, it's been a while. I haven't had to use it for a while. But yeah. Dead language. I'm confused now. Confused why you'd want to do that. Tomorrow's no school, you're happy. Yes, tomorrow's no... Oh no, tomorrow is work for me. I was going to say tomorrow's no work for me. But actually it is sort of. I'm on call tomorrow, so I could get a phone call at any point. So I do have to keep my phone near me. Started it at Christmas as you were bored, okay. You know what? My Welsh accent used to be a lot more South Walian, which is where I'm from. But that did sound a lot more Ponty Bandy. A bit more Abergavenny. I don't know why. Probably because I just haven't spoken in a Welsh accent for a while. Yeah, almost crashed. On call. My job means that things can go wrong at work at any point, and if they need some support, they come back to me. They give me a call, and I have to log on to my PC, have a look at what the problem is, maybe go into work to have a proper look. So I stay on. Annoyingly, I've got a heart on YouTube chat that sticks in the right bottom corner, and what it means is that I can't actually completely read the messages that get sent. Oh. There we go. That's what I wanted. Could do the typing quite well, but the pronunciation. I have the same problem with French and German. I can form a sentence and I can get the sentence written down, but if I have to try and have a conversation with someone, I cannot think fast enough to form the sentence. By the time I've done it, by the time I've realised what made the sentence in my head, the conversation has moved on to a completely different topic. I'm not programmed in that way, I don't think, to actually think. Yeah, I can't think fast enough in another language. Only a couple of small pockets that still spoke Gaelic Irish. I think they learn it in school, which means that a lot of them can speak it, but don't. It is still a spoken language, though. There were some parts of Ireland, we went there last year on holiday, and there were some parts where it was still being spoken, but not very much. I think it's the same as Scottish. Scottish Gaelic is almost dead, more than Welsh, I think. But Welsh is predominantly, as a first language, it's used more in North Wales. But the Poglord is right, it is spoken in the south. I have a colleague... Whoa! Oh, for goodness sake. Not happy about that. Idiot. Yeah, I've got a colleague who went to a Welsh school, so he spoke Welsh all the time in school. He's from Cardiff, and English was their second language. Do I work for the emergency services? No, I work for an aviation company. So if anything happens to the planes, I've got to give them a hand and work out what the next steps are. We are going to need a rest in 2 hours. Our next stop is in 1 hour 14, so we can probably rest then, because that will be Leipzig, I think. Which means we must not be that far away now. Oh, I'm getting warnings about the stream bitrate from YouTube. Is the stream bitrate okay for you guys, or is it struggling? Right now, saying for a DD wheelbase that I have better force feedback. And with DD you get unlimited rotation, unlike G29 where it's 900, so you can put it to 1800 like real life. Okay. And is that something you can add on to any wheel, or it has to be like a specific wheel it goes with? Oh, and now the message from YouTube about the stream bitrate has vanished, so I guess it's fine again. I don't know what that was about. Right, how long have we got left in total? We have 10 hours 53, 712 kilometers. We're actually almost there. Not doing too badly. Not too badly at all. Whoa. That was me quickly reading my phone. I'm running out of fuel. Oh dear. No, I'm not. Thank you very much for joining, Howie. Oops. I will speak to you no doubt at some point this weekend anyway. But yes, enjoy your afternoon and evening, Howie. So, 200 odd kilometers remaining. That is definitely enough to get us into Leipzig and back out again. You can either get a wheel from the company of the base, or you could do a long process, which is hard but worth it if connecting a real life truck steering wheel to it. Ah, okay, but you couldn't, I couldn't take, say for example, my G29 then and do that. That's what I mean. It needs to be a standalone wheel that goes with the base. I saw a video the other day and I was really jealous. It was someone doing farm sim, and they've connected up a real Fendt console. Stuttering a bit. Okay. Yeah, they've connected up a real Fendt console to their chair, and they've got software so that it actually works. It updates based on the based on what's happening in the game, and they can use the joystick on the Fendt console to actually control the arm of the front loader and stuff. I was so jealous, especially when they said, it was a video in German, they said it was going to be they would put a video up soon to show how they did it, and when I looked, it had been 6 months or something since they put up the first video. So I'm not sure what soon is to them, but I want to know how to do that. I will think I will be immediately buying a Fendt console if I can do that. Hello, Joel! I thought you were sleeping. Howie told me you'd be sleeping at this point. Right, so here's Leipzig. Now, I just need to check, because I wanted to... Oh, I do want to get those unlockables. There is a place... I can't sleep there. So I'm going to have to go here, and then back round. The Poglord, thank you very much for joining. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll speak to you soon, eh? I think I can stay in this lane actually. Is Jack Flanagan your real name? No. And I will not tell anyone what my real name is. Sorry. I've always used a pseudonym so that nobody knows. Jack Flanagan is kind of a combination of names that I like and names that are similar to my real name. It's a bit of a mishmash. But it also, because it's similar to my own name, I don't get confused when I have to talk to myself, if that makes sense. When I talk to myself on YouTube in recordings, you know, when I say, "Oh, come on, Jack, that was stupid," I don't end up saying the wrong name because it's close enough. You were sleeping, Joel, and now you're on the way to the bathroom. Is the power off? And you've woken up and you're going to the bathroom, so you popped on YouTube to say hello to me. Are you going back to bed, or are you staying awake? You were trying to figure out how I got my username so that I could try to figure out a new one for yourself. Names for yourself. What I would say is, yeah, if it's going to be a name that you refer to yourself as during recording, like I do, as I said, when I say, "Oh, stupid Jack, that was bad," make sure it's a name where you're not going to forget it all the time. Don't make it really complicated as well. Like if you've got a massive long name, let's take the Poglord, for example. He's obviously just popped out, but he's not going to say, "Oh, the Poglord," every time. So he'd have to say the Pog or Pog or something like that. So something that you can refer to yourself as is a good start. And then it doesn't have to be memorable. That's the thing. Because if your channel goes well and people watch it, that's the bit that's going to be memorable. So you don't really have to worry about making a really memorable name. Don't make something really complicated. And I would say don't make something that's too close to other people. For example, I didn't check my name at all. In fact, it's a name I was using before YouTube. But I did check after I started getting some videos and people watching. I did then check, and I found that there's nobody with a name close to mine, which is good because it means I don't have to worry about people getting confused, which is just a bonus, really. Joel's going to stick around for a while. Good. How are you doing, Joel? Is the power off? You have an idea because a lot of your friends call me Today. They call you Today? That's an odd name to call someone. So you could call it Today's Trucking. That's quite a cool name, you know what? I really like that. If I didn't already have a name, I would steal that one from you. I'm joking. But no, I think that's a very cool name. In terms of the other thing which you're probably going to have to think about, which is, logos, branding, that kind of stuff. I made myself a terrible logo when I first started. I will pop it up in Discord so you can see. And at a certain point, somebody offered to do some marketing for me. There was a graphics designer who offered to help me out and update my logos and stuff. Sorry, I'm just thinking to myself. Let this car go past because I want to pull in there. I want to discover those things. Yeah, he made me some updated stuff, which was quite cool. But you can always start with a logo and then change it later. This is what Elite has done. Daggerwin, I don't know about his early stuff, whether that had a different logo, but I know for certain that Elite has changed his logo, I think more than once. And I really like his new one. It's similar to your real name, that's why. Yeah, that's good then, because then you won't get confused. Makes it just a little bit easier when you're talking to yourself in videos. The power is on. Whoa! That was my fault. I did not look where I was going. Blimey. And I really whacked him as well. Oopsie. You want to go? I'm going to let you go. Was that a microwave you heard? No. There should not have been any pinging at all. I don't actually own a microwave. Or, as they call them in Welsh, a popty ping. But no, I don't have one. The power is on. Oh. How he said the power was off, Joel? He was here. He left about 2 or 3 minutes before you joined. It's almost like you're the same person. But no, he left about 2-3 minutes before you joined, and he thought the power was off, and that's why you weren't here. I thought you just didn't like me. Heard a bip sound like a microwave. No, but it could be my pedals sometimes make a clicking noise and sometimes a squeaking noise because they need a clean and I haven't done it. Okay, I've just finished my tea. It was cold. I should have finished it earlier. Oh, there could have been the sound of the doorbell because my wife is on her way home and she should be home by now, so it could have been her ringing the doorbell, but I have already told her I'm streaming and she's got keys, so not quite sure why she should be ringing the doorbell. And I've just realised my cat, my real cat, not these two, he's been sleeping down here with me since I started the stream, and his biscuit machine upstairs has dropped the biscuits and he didn't even move, he just stayed sleeping, which means he's going to whinge at me soon that he's hungry. Right, we've got now 498 kilometers, 660 total. Okay, fuel, that's the next fuel stop, and that is in 127 kilometers. That is quite tight. We've got just enough fuel to get there, but I am going to have to drive a bit conservatively. Going to bed early because you have to stand up early for the kids. I guess you mean get up early for the kids. Unless you have to stand for the kids, I don't know. It's fine, Joel. I'm only taking the mick. You know I love you. I was just surprised that you hadn't joined. Although now it's later. Now it is definitely bedtime. Okay. I am yawning again. My truck driver should have enough driving hours left to actually complete this now. It's just a question of the fuel. And I'm speeding. I need to avoid doing that. I need to be as conservative with fuel as I can be, because I've got 107 to go and 139 kilometers. Oh no. I'm really going to have to be conservative. I want to be careful with exactly how much I brake. Keep my speed up as much as possible. I mean, I don't have to drive at 50 kilometers the whole time, but at least try and limit any crazy driving. No unnecessary braking, essentially. So you're thinking between today's trucking or today's trucking journey. Well, you're thinking the same. You found another channel called Today Trucking. So what I'd say is have a look at that channel. I can't look now. But have a look at the channel, see when the last video they posted was. They may have 25,000 subscribers, but it could be that they haven't posted a video in 4 years. In which case, you should be fine to steal their name. Or have a name very similar. Because another name you could use is Trucking Today, but that is essentially the name of the other channel backwards. But that's quite a good name as well, I think. You can change your name. It gets a little fiddly with YouTube because you get a handle now. You never used to get a handle. And the handle correlates to your name. I think you can change the handle, but I'm not certain. And obviously if you can't, then it becomes a bit of a pain. Because then your handle might not match your name if you change your name. But you can change your name at any time on YouTube, your channel name. That's not a problem. Okay. The retard has kicked in. Alright, we're definitely going to now make it. We're definitely going to now make it. I'm not even sure if that's correct English. We're definitely going to make our way to the fuel stop without breaking down, which is good. The last video was about 9 months ago. I think you're okay then to pick a name that's close to theirs. That would be my opinion. But actually, I like the idea of it being Today's Trucking or Today's Trucking Journey with the apostrophe S, because then it's kind of like a double thing. It's yours, like you are today, and it's today as in today. I think it's quite a nice touch. I really like that name. That's a very cool name. So now for the refuel. There is nobody coming. It is dead of night. Let's get ourselves fueled up and we can get this job finished. It is now at that point where the job is dragged on enough and we just need to get it sorted. The logo, don't worry about the logo too much. And I'd also say maybe don't put the logo on the video like I do until you are happy with it. You can always put it at the end of the video, which then makes it a bit easier for you to remove it, because you can trim the video on YouTube if you ever decide you don't like it. You can trim it off. I have to say some of the best logos I've seen are Elite's current logo, Elite Farming's current logo, which is very simple. It's the colours he's been using for a long time, but it's simple. And also Daggerwin's logo. The only problem with Daggerwin's logo is, and this is where you'll see sort of why it's tricky, he's got a logo which is a truck. despite the fact that what he does is predominantly, almost all of it, is farming. I think I took the wrong turn out of there. Yeah, almost everything he does is farming, but he's got a truck as his logo. And maybe that's because when he started out, he was doing trucking as well. My channel is currently still called Jack Flanagan Farming. But as I said in my update video a few weeks ago, I am moving towards the trucking more than the farming. So the name doesn't really suit it anymore, and I may have to change the name, but I'm not going to do that at any point soon, because I want to make sure everything's working, and I'd have to redesign everything. So I'd say just pick a logo that you think looks good. Something simple, like if you're doing today's trucking, just like TT. With, you could do like T with a truck and then another T. So like the two T's are separated by a truck. Or if you're doing today's trucking journey, TTJ. Something fairly simple to start with, and then you can think if you ever want to change it later, you can do. That would be my advice for that. Right, so we've now got 5 hours and 24. I don't even know where we're supposed to be going to next. Is it Leipzig next? No, it's Salzburg next. Okay, and then we're almost there. So we've got 8 hours left. 529 kilometers. How much rest time have we got? We've got enough time to finish the job. Perfect. I'll get on it tomorrow because it's 9:30 right now. Yeah. There's no rush. Technically, you can even make your videos and then come up with a logo and everything later, because you can make the videos, and then when you've got a couple of them ready, you can open your channel properly and start posting stuff and put your logo and things like that. Having the videos available is the first step. Oi, what's happening here? What is this? What the devil is this? I really need to clean these pedals. This is a problem with DB's traffic. Well, actually, it's not a problem with DB's traffic at all. It's a problem with the way I've loaded DB's traffic. In front of me right now, I'll overtake so we can get a proper look. Yeah, there we go. Right, up to speed, please, so that we can show. There's a blooming Christmas presents on this trailer. You see? And it's because the traffic pack from DB contains Christmas, Easter, Halloween, things like that, and I obviously didn't remove the Christmas one, even though I should have done, so it's still available. And that's not supposed to be there. What software do I use for editing? So I use DaVinci Resolve, which has a free version and a paid version. The free version, I have found, has everything that I need it to do. I know that there is more stuff in the paid version that I would definitely use, but I would not use it enough, I think, to justify the cost. There's also Adobe. I know many people use Adobe, and that seems to work very well, but again, it's paid software. I've always tried to use free stuff. I did have a paid software at one point in the past, and then I discovered DaVinci Resolve, which came up as a very highly rated free software apparently DaVinci Resolve is actually used by movie studios. They use the paid version, obviously. They use it for that. So that was kind of a good enough recommendation for me. So I've been using the free one now for, I don't know, about 2 years. And yeah, it works very well. Hello. I cannot pronounce that name because I'm probably going to say it completely wrong, but I think that's Arabic? I'm not sure. But hello and welcome. Is this online? You mean am I playing on Truckers MP? No, this is just a single player account. No convoy or anything like that. If that's what you mean. Maybe it's not. Maybe I got the wrong end of the stick completely. Come on, little truck. Oh. Oh, there we go. Boy, that was close. Actually, we're going too fast. We're going to end up throwing the truck out. Right. Where is he? He's over there. All right, that's better. That's better. So I think next time I will make sure I set this up for Twitch as well. Because I do find there is a general lack of ETS2 in English. I don't know why. I was on Twitch the other day and everything on ETS2 was in another language. And on YouTube, I know there is actually more ETS2 stuff now, but not as much. When I started doing this, Squirrel was the only one who had anything, and Daggerwood started something but didn't continue it. That's where I came in, because I started doing his crash investigation. But Squirrel's series is really old, so there wasn't much available, which is why I decided to try doing this series. But I know, yeah, Twitch has been quite absent of ETS2 recently as well. So I should really simulcast, as Slobs used to call it, to Twitch as well as YouTube. So 3 hours and we will be in Salzburg. So we're going to be crossing the border soon, actually. Oh no, we've got to get to München or Munich first, and then we will be crossing into Austria. Sorry, car, I'm going to get in your way. Let's go. I should have taken my contact lenses out before I started recording, or streaming, because now my eyes are starting to dry out a little, but I don't really have the option of doing anything anymore. I have to wait until the stream is finished and everything's done before I can go and mess around with my eyes. Come on, truck. You don't have all the power, but you should have enough for this. Oops. Swerved across the lanes a little and scared the other truck. Right, I'm going to stick you down a level. Now I can move over. Up into 11th. There we go. And switch him out of sequential. Lovely jubbly. my wife sent me a message and said, "Are you live?" Yes, I told you that twice. Oh, it's the fuzz. I don't know who they're chasing. But it's not me, so I'm fine. I've had enough fines today for crashes. One wasn't my fault, one was. And the one that was pretty terrible. The other one, really not my fault. Quite annoying that they did that. So, real time, this should now only be, I guess, about 10 minutes. But I can't switch to Truckee to check, because it really will mess everything up. We are coming off here by the looks of it. Yes, we are. And we're going this way towards Innsbruck and Salzburg. I need you to pull out so that I can pull in. Well, he's not pulling out because he's going the same direction as me. Fine. Oh, come on. You did not need to do that. No problem at all, Hersey. No problem at all. Okay, 130 kilometers to Salzburg. And then from there, it's not very far at all. Sorry, buddy, you gotta wait for me to get past. I'm on a roll. And I want to get out before anybody else. Good, good, good. There we go. Cruise control back on. Powering myself along. We are almost there. Almost gonna get that sweet 55k. That is a very, very good payout. It's just unfortunate we had to leave Scandinavia, but we will get back. We will get ourselves back to Scandinavia so that we can get those last two cities. 2 cities, and then we've completed that. We completed the city sightseer achievement, or whatever it's called. We don't need fuel. Resting, we are still okay. Yeah. So no need to stop. We can just carry on with the trundling. And up here we need to move to this lane, so we may as well just do it now. Ooh, this is a road we haven't discovered already, by the looks of it. Good. Whoa, swerve, swerve, swerve. I took my eyes off the screen for just a second. And it was a second too much, it seems. So with the drivers now earning so much money, maybe it's time for me to not worry too much about the loan and to look at getting myself a truck upgrade. And if I get myself a truck upgrade, then what do I get? I know what my long-term truck goal was. I don't think I can afford it yet because I probably want it full spec. When the stream finishes, I'll have a look at the full spec of what I really want. It's going to be a bit of a divisive decision if I buy it. I know not everyone will be impressed, but let's see. I may not buy it yet anyway. You're going to start a bit on the logo, send some sketches. Yeah, go for it. Once the stream finishes, I will be logging off the PC, so I won't be looking at Discord as much. I will still look at it, but not as much. So don't be concerned if I don't reply straight away. We are now in Austria. We're heading to Linz, yes. But I think we're going to pick up Salzburg by, yeah, we're taking the next right. Because I had to add a detour so that we could get to Salzburg. Our lights are on, yes, good. And annoyingly, we're going to have to rest again in Linz. How much more time do I think I'll be streaming? This is now probably... Oh, blind spot again. I would say less than 10 minutes of this journey is left now. Whoa, okay, I should slow. And once this journey is done, that is the plan for the entire stream, was to get this journey done. So yeah, once it's finished, the stream will end, because it's been 2 hours and 15 already. Although the first 5 minutes was also stream starting. And then 15 minutes after that was when nobody could hear me very well, so I have to add a comment. You're turning right. I know it says stop, but you don't have to actually stop. You can just trundle. So, Salzburg is now discovered. That is nice. So we're going to go straight through it. We're not stopping. Hopefully we don't get caught at loads of traffic lights. Yeah, there are traffic lights here in the centre. If I can avoid getting caught on them. But, of course, I could not avoid getting caught on them. Very, very disappointing. Flughafen! Really? That's the Flughafen? Are you sure? Okay, well actually there is an ATC building there. So maybe it is the Flughafen. But I didn't see a runway on the way in. Okay, so 2 kilometers until we get to the point which I set, which was just so that we could be able to drive through Salzburg. Once we've got there, we will see our final distance to Linz. Oh, my pedals are really squeaking. In fact, that wasn't even the pedals. That's the wheel stand that's doing that noise. Okay, come on, hit the number 2. There we go. So 2 hours 38, 163 kilometers. That is now about 10 minutes, including parking time, hopefully. But you can never tell with me. Sometimes my parking goes really well, and sometimes it's just a catastrophe. In the game. In real life, I'm not so bad, but I've also never tried parking a truck in real life. Only little cars. So right turn up ahead, but of course there's a traffic light. Somewhere here in Salzburg there is collectible. If we go this way, we will grab it. So we'll do that. It's only a very minor detour. Oh, I see... Oof, blimey. I see a few messages on Discord. My Discord. I see Hersey is joined, and ooh, Avuli 618. I've got no clue how to pronounce that. YVLY. That's probably going to be easiest if I just say YVLY. Oh, this is a nice bridge. I'm so easily impressed. Ooh, look, a bridge. Ooh. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, I'm getting messages on my phone. I can tell because my headphones are doing that thing where you go where you get the interference. So I'm getting a message from someone, but I just don't know who. I only wanted to see who it was who joined, but I think it's better if I just do it at the end. Otherwise I'm going to end up crashing. So we turn left in here, and that will allow us to discover whatever it is we're discovering. Try not to cut the corner. Right. It's on the other side. I'm gonna hazard a guess that it's a recruitment agency. It often is. If it's too small to be a garage, then it's usually a recruitment agency. Oh no, it's a garage. A DAF garage. Or dealer, not garage. Cool. I'm caught by the lights again. Typical. Rin is who joined. It's just that Dino gave me the real name, but it's actually someone called Rin. So welcome to Discord, Rin. I assume you're also in the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right, now we can stop messing around and we can just get there. Let's just get there, get this load emptied, and earn our money, and then we can all go to sleep. My character, me, you guys, we can all just chill, slide into the weekend. But first, gotta get this done. This is one of these annoying positions where I can't actually see what is going on. There we go. We are coming off here. I got a little confused then. Right. Crack, crack, crack on. What am I doing tomorrow night? Tomorrow night, our plan is to eat some takeaway, and that's pretty much it. We have no plans. We will maybe... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Maybe watch a movie or something. I'm not sure. What were you thinking, Joel? Because I can tell you've got a plan. What is this catastrophe going on here? I see lots and lots of flashy lights. Oh, they're all queuing to try and get off into the... They're all queuing to try and get off into there. Okay. And everyone's flashing their hazard lights. I'm going to break the law a little. Yeah. Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay, I can see the problem here. I see the problem. Look at that. Right, let's try and do this. This is likely not going to work well, but I do not have time to wait for this idiot who has somehow managed to get himself turned the opposite direction. So I am going to... Ah! Bloomin' heck. I thought I could do it, but clearly not. So, yet another fine. And a bit more damage. Ooh, what's that? Okay. Weird. Don't know what that was about. Fine, fine, fine. Live streaming ATS multiplayer so I can teach you how to drive. Ha 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 ha. You're so funny. Yes, that's true. Yes. But I always drive with automatic in ATS. Makes life easier. We could stream ATS, Joel. I will have to see if I have some plans. Because as you know, it's not me who sets the plans in the house. So I will let you know tomorrow if there are plans. What are you and the kids doing tomorrow? Because you said you've got to wake up early, so I'm guessing you've got some super cool, exciting stuff planned. Like what? What are you doing? I think, Hersey, this is why I want to get an 18-speed splitter. Because then I can use it on ETS as a 12-speed, and I can use it on ATS as an 18. If I was to get a 12-speed splitter, then it wouldn't work for ATS later. So I think it'd be better if I could get a 18-speed splitter. And I've seen some really nice ones. I just haven't bothered to get them. For a while, I just wasn't doing ETS2, and then I started playing it a bit, and I said, maybe I should make some videos, and then since then it's been lots and lots of driving time, but all for recording. But yeah, before that, it was not something that I wanted to spend money on, because I wasn't doing it much. Going to ride the bicycle early in the morning. Nice! Very nice. Sounds like a good plan. And then you'll spend the day hiding inside from the heat. What? It's... I turned the lights off because I said, it's light enough now. Surely I can get away with it. And no, I get a fine. It's very frustrating. Right. So, I think we're coming off here. No, we're not actually coming off by the looks of it. We're just going straight on, but we're heading towards Linz, which we have been to already. I think our delivery point is not in Linz. I think we've got one of these far away delivery points. So a quick look. that's Linz there. Yes, we are delivering to Dom Rep. It's a very big truck stop there. What's the name of the place we're delivering to? Dom Depot. Dom Depot. That's what I imagine that their jingle sounds like on the adverts. Someone said earlier, I think it was, oh, I can't scroll up without messing up my screen here. Someone said there was some clean driving, and I imagine they probably left before they saw all of my crashes and terrible driving, which is lucky, because they're going to go away and they're going to say to everyone, I watched a stream and the driving was nice and clean. And then anyone else who comes to see it afterwards will say it was not. But there we go. Power's going off at 22 hours tomorrow, your time. I think you're an hour ahead of me at the moment, Joel. Right now for me it is 2 minutes to 11. So if I'm right, it's currently 2 minutes to 12 for you. Our customer expects delivery soon. Our customer will get his delivery soon. We've really hit the limit on this delivery, actually. Having to take 2 rests. And now we've got this really annoying music. I hope that you guys can still hear me. Please tell me if you can't. Right, okay, so it's going off at 22 your time, which is 21 mine. Maybe tomorrow afternoon is better, Joel. But it depends on what you've got planned with BB and the kids. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Yeah, that's it. We're getting into the music. It's disco time. It's ETS2 disco style. I'm tapping the accelerator to the beat. Ah, really? Just as we're about to arrive, the rain comes. Right. Oh, I prefer the disco music. This music's not so good. It sounds good. Okay, we'll try and organise something then, mate. I will let you know tomorrow morning what our plan is. I believe we're going for lunch. And then after lunch, don't think there's anything planned. The evenings are a bit more tricky because, well, that's the time we would normally spend together, because during the week, you know, you go to work and tired afterwards, you just sit down and watch TV and don't really talk to each other properly. So the weekend is our chance to catch up. Right, 20 minutes and I've got loads of time, we're fine. So we are turning. You almost finished the logo. The hard thing is finding a truck to put in the middle. One thing I have done before when I've used, I wanted to use an emoji of like a detective sort of face. I used it for my Crash Investigation series, and I searched online for free emojis. I searched for. I do actually have a link, I think. I will stick it in Discord when we finish here, and maybe you'll find one of a truck in there, and they're free, which means you'll have to just double check what it says on the site, but I think you can use it with no restrictions at all. Alternatively, you could just draw a truck yourself, like a very simple, you know, square box almost. You know what I mean? A truck is basically just a box at the back, 2 circles, and then a smaller box at the front. That is basically a truck. You could just draw that. Right, Dom Depot. Dom Depot. Where would you like us to put it? So it's going to be around here. Let's get those hazards on. Yeah, sure, send it. I'm assuming our delivery area is around here somewhere. Ooh, ooh. We've actually got a pretty nice and easy spot. And now that I've said that, that means I'm going to completely screw it up. We're going to get wet. Right. I'm not sure that this is where they should have asked me to park, because I don't know how they're going to unload. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. Get those windows up. They can't unload on the curtain side because there's a trailer there, and they can't unload from the back because there's not really much space. I'm not sure this is where they really wanted me to park, but it's where they asked me to park. Get those off, and delivered. So, 2,700 in experience, almost up a level. Damn. 51 points short, and 55,000. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That was awesome and a lot of fun. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I have very much appreciated your company, and I hope you've enjoyed the stream. You've got about 2 to 3 weeks before you head out to the USA again. Okay. Yeah, because once you're in the USA, that's it. No more gaming. No more fun time. We'll definitely do something before you leave, Joel. Don't worry. Hopefully tomorrow. Right then, guys. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.